Hello and welcome to Kevin's Commentary on Comics. Today we have the tale of two trailers. In the past week or so, we have been introduced to the trailers for the Fantastic Four movie. This is the second trailer that has come out. And also we had a sneak peek of the Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. Now, I'm not going to go through a frame-by-frame breakdown of each of these trailers. I am going to do just what the name of this show implies, give you my commentary about each. So first off, let's take a look at Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. Now, after watching this trailer, I had the overall sense of, huh? I mean, what is going on here? Is this supposed to take place after Man of Steel? And if so, how much time has elapsed between the end of Man of Steel and the start of this movie? I mean, looking at the trailer, it had to have been at least a year. I mean, it would take that long to build this big old statue of Superman. Now, to say that this trailer is dark is putting it very mildly. I mean, the first 17 seconds, all we see is black and the sounds of various voices. Now, one of these voices is Jesse Eisenberg, who plays Lex Luthor in the movie, and I liked the tone and the message, I guess, that he is portraying here about Superman being a false god. It certainly builds into what appears to be everybody worshiping Superman in this movie. But again, when did that happen? And why are all these soldiers bowing to Superman to begin with? And is that the symbol of hope on their shoulders right there? Kind of like a swastika? That doesn't sound too hopeful to me. I'm not sure what's going on in this shot, but I do like the looks of it. It's very well done. So now we have the statue being defaced with the graffiti saying false god across his chest. I guess if you're thinking in real life, if a man with the powers that Superman has all of a sudden showed up on Earth and did all the things he did, you would probably have a fair amount of people who would probably go to worship him. I mean, he did save the planet. Never mind the fact that if Superman wasn't on the planet, they wouldn't have been in danger to begin with, but let's not get muddled down in details. So he saves the planet. I can see people starting to worship him. So now we get to see Batman, and there was all the hubbub about Ben Affleck being cast as Bruce Wayne Batman in this movie, and people thinking it was a bad choice. I never thought it was a bad choice. I thought it was a really good choice. And as you can see here, he looks every bit the Bruce Wayne that he should be. Now, the bat suit looks pretty good in this pick, but he doesn't, I'm not sure how much he actually wears this because he's in the suit of armor, as you can see here, and this is directly pulled right out of Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns. And then the two meet. Batman asks if Superman can bleed and that he will bleed. So at the end of all this, when does justice dawn? I mean, it really looks like these guys are going to fight. Batman wants Superman to bleed. Superman looks like he's leading an army of super troops, I guess. No glimpse of Wonder Woman or Aquaman in this trailer, but there's no glimpse of justice or really even a dawn of any sort. This movie is so dark and raining and everything, some sunshine might not be too bad. So the bottom line is I had no idea what's going on here, and honestly, as you watch this trailer, these two heroes really seem to be bad guys. Not much justice there. It is possible that since this trailer got leaked before it was officially released, maybe this wasn't the trailer they wanted to release. And because it did get leaked, they kind of, whoever did the leakage forced Warner Brothers' hands to put this out as an official trailer. And perhaps this isn't really the movie we're going to see. The reason I say that leads into the next trailer I want to talk about, which is the second one that's been released for the Fantastic Four. Now, when the first trailer of the Fantastic Four came out, it was much like this Superman versus Batman. I'm sorry, I keep getting that mixed up. It's Batman versus Superman. The first Fantastic Four trailer was very dark, very moody, very serious, very grim, very depressing. Did not care about the movie one bit after seeing that trailer. And after watching this second trailer, I have to say, I'm actually interested in this movie now. First of all, this shot of the Baxter Building. This actually looks a bit like the infamous Baxter Building from the comics, at least from what little we saw in the trailer. Ding! The next great thing about this trailer that we did not see in the first trailer was a little bit of humor. From the awkward fist bump between Reed and Johnny to the might be a little less at the very end of the trailer when the thing goes plummeting down on those troops or wherever he was fighting. It actually showed some humor. I liked that. Ding! So the next appealing bit of this trailer? The powers. We see a little bit of stretching, we see a lot of flame, we see some invisible force field action, and we see a fair amount of the Thing. And the Thing looks way better than Michael Chiklis did in his rubber Thing suit in the first 2 Fantastic Four movies. Ding! Finally, they show off some personalities of the Fantastical Four. We see that Reed and Ben are really good friends and that Ben apparently protects Reed. Ding! Johnny Storm appears to be the fun guy of the group, just like he is in the comics. Ding! And Reed only wants to fix his friends after they get their powers. Which, in the comics, Reed was concerned about curing Ben Grimm from being the Thing. They are at least showing his passion to do the right thing and fix the accident that gave him the powers. Something I wasn't expecting to see in this movie at all. Ding! Now some of the downside. I'm not real crazy about how they get their power. I guess it's some sort of experimental teleportation device that takes them to what can only be described as the negative zone. Some dystopian landscape that gives them powers somehow. What's wrong with cosmic rays, folks? What is cooler sounding than cosmic rays? Maybe cosmic rays will be used to power the teleportation thing? I don't know. Now the next up, not so sure about, is Doctor Doom. We see just a glimpse of his face. What I'm not really clear about is if he's wearing armor or if that is his skin. And also, are those his teeth or is that just the mask? I really couldn't tell from this shot. I am Dr. Doom. Sorry. And also, where does he come from? Internet rumors were that he was a part of this teleportation experiment and somehow he gets powers at the same time the other 4 do. I don't know why the villain's origin has to be tied to the hero's origin. Why can't he just be a bad guy? The other problem is that he is apparently a blogger and not the ruler of some European country. You know, if they don't nail Doctor Doom in this movie, it's going to be a major downside to it. And I think it will overall affect how well this movie does. Regardless of how Doom is portrayed, I will have to admit, this trailer makes me much more interested in seeing this movie than previously. So the correlation between the Fantastic Four trailer and this Batman vs. Superman trailer, very dark, very gloomy, very blah, but maybe with the second trailer, it will be like it is with this second Fantastic Four trailer. We'll see a little bit more. Maybe we'll actually see some humor or lightness to the movie itself. But I have hopes that maybe the second trailer will make me more interested in the Batman vs. Superman movie, just like this second trailer for the Fantastic Four has kind of turned me around a little bit. What do you think? Did any of these trailers get you pumped up for the movies, or did you just kind of go, nah, not interested still? Or were you never interested and now you are? Let me know. Put a comment below. Let me know what you think. So for now, I'm Kevin. That was my commentary. Hey, why not click on that subscribe button? I'm always here talking about comics in some form or fashion. That's what I do, man. And until you do, I just have one question for you. Do you bleed?